Hello, everybody. I am Hoarder Gamer, and this is Hoarder's Comic Flex. It's good to see you all. I hope you're all having a great evening. Today, we are going to be talking about comic books, some toys, some TV. So, you are in the correct place. I borrow the Doom Squad Gaming YouTube channel. I'm happy to be here right now with Hoarder's Comic Flex. And yeah, we're going to start with a review. It's usually what we start with. And then we move on from there. First up today, we have... Let's see. You think I was going to grab the first one on top there, right? That's what you thought I was going to do. But I'm going to surprise you and grab the one behind it. Everybody, this is Aquaman. Let's make sure I said that correctly. Okay, so I said that right, and of course I'm thinking of that song from Bare Naked Ladies, where they mention Aquaman. I think it's 1 week. 1 week, I think, is the song, and I pictured in my head my saying it that way. That just happened live. So. But yeah, this is Aquaman Andromeda #1 by Ram V and Christian Ward. Ram V is the writer of Venom and Carnage and will be taking over Batman Detective Comics, I believe, in July. With issue 125, I think it is. Sentinel, good to see you. How you doing? So, Aquaman Andromeda has a lot going on. And it's something you want to take a little bit of time to read. You don't want to rush it because you're jumping around to different points of view, different characters, and we're talking about new characters you've never met before. So you don't have like this familiarity or comfortability as you're reading, because a lot of it focuses on this young woman. There's flashbacks to when she was a kid, and now she's part of this Andromeda project, which is like a super secret, top of the line, crazy science fiction type of submarine that's exploring the ocean floor and is trying to get debris from an alien craft, basically, is what I understand is going on. At the same time, you have the ultimate pirate, Black Manta, who has been paid to go and get as much of the wreckage as he can. And you have a world about to learn about the Aquaman. Everything here makes it seem like he's unknown, except to like a few fishermen and things, because just like in the Aquaman movie, he basically... actually, you know what? I think it was Batman v Superman. I'm trying to remember which one it was. There was a Justice League. Maybe it was Justice League. Anyway, it's the whole idea of Aquaman, coming out of the water and then helping, like, fishermen and, like, working on that kind of thing in anonymity. And those are the only people that know him. A few of them actually know that, he's from Atlantis and all this. But yeah, it's a world that really doesn't know him, and they see him, like, on a blip in the sub, and they're like, it looks like a man. What is this? And there's this surprise and shock, and there's one point where it looks like he's fighting a Hydra, and the Hydra may have manifested, or a Kraken, I'm sorry. The Kraken may have manifested from a book that was in the submarine that someone was reading. And we know there's part of the submarine is organic. So that's a possibility. This might be a story where things are manifested and made real that aren't. I don't know yet. It's only issue 1. It's really good. Here, one thing, though, I do have to warn you about. Look at this freaking book. This is not comic book size, everybody. This is a DC Black Label. It's 48 pages. So $6.99 is not bad. And it's a larger size than a normal comic book. As you see, like, it's not the same. Here, here's give you an idea. This is the other book we're going to review, Dark Crisis #1, right? There's more of a square packaging. Now, one issue with collectors is that you have to, like, then get different bags and different boards and different box sizes in order to house them. So that makes it a little bit challenging for a book like this in this format. but it's really good. Doom, it's good to see you. How you doing, Doom? But the artwork by Christian Ward is gorgeous and dreamlike. And as you can see in the cover picture there, I don't even have to hold up the book so you can see that. That's like this organic armor that Aquaman has when he, is doing his Aquaman thing. And it looks really neat and kind of wild. And the whole book has that vibe. This really great sense of color and design, and it's really good. This is part of a limited series. I think it's going to be 3 books, but don't quote me on that. And then also to keep in mind, they're going to do a trade or they're going to do a hardcover probably about 3-4 months after this book is done. This series is done. That's one thing that Black Label has been doing. So it's something to keep in mind if you don't want to get the oversized book and, the $6.99 every 2 months. So that's another thing too. The Black Label books seem to come out every 2 months, not every month. So not too bad that way. Big request, Marvel Fortnite 0 Point War. Doom. I had a fun, I made just a little bit of just a little poking fun, just slightly on Fez, because Fez mentioned it on Twitter, and I'm like, Fez, every week there's new comic books at comic book stores. Because Fez was like calling around looking at comic stores to get that specific book. And I was just having some fun with that. I was like, there are more than Fortnite comics and more than... Oh, I'm just a monster. I'm a monster. But no, I was not able to pick up a copy. My friend did. My friend Mike picked up a copy. And yes, it comes apparently with a Spider-Man skin that you'll be able to, I guess, buy later on in Fortnite. But yes, unfortunately, I did not pick that up. I did not read that, so I don't have any reviews for it. Were you trying to get a copy? Like right now, it'd be real difficult because my shop's closed. They closed at 8. They closed 9 minutes ago for me. But yeah, it's hot. People want that skin. People are excited about that book. I've seen a lot of excitement online for it. Also, too, I think I mentioned this, and it's goofy. I know it's goofy. But, like, there's this part of my mind which is like, Spider-Man's running around with guns and shooting people. There's certain heroes I mentioned before, like Deadpool and Punisher, I can totally see that. I can totally rectify that and understand it. But, like, Spider-Man? It's almost as crazy as Batman running around with guns and shooting people. Unless you were Thomas Wayne. Actually, that'd be awesome. A Flashpoint Batman Thomas Wayne would be amazing. Because he's all about the guns. He's nuts. His wife turned into the freaking Joker. He's cracked. Kiki, how you doing? Good to see you, Kiki. But anyway, this is a very good book. It's a very good Aquaman story, probably one of the best in years. Ram V, an excellent writer, and the artwork is gorgeous. So that was Aquaman Andromeda, and that will be going... Actually, it needs to go back where it was, sorry. It's like a game board, and I'm moving pieces in real time. So, this took me a little while to figure out what I was going to do. And I want to know what everyone thinks in chat, too. We got Obi-Wan Kenobi, and we've got Ms. Marvel. I see it as an issue doing a review or a comment on the episode the same day it comes out. I don't feel comfortable with that. So today I was going to talk about the 3rd episode of ObiWan, which aired last week. And then next week I would talk about the 1st episode of Ms. Marvel. That was how I was going to plan things. How does everyone else feel about that? What do you think? I am Kiki. I have some good comic books that I read, some awesome toy news coming up. Something that'll make Sadistic Kitten very happy. This will be the 2nd time I've had some content that will make Sadistic Kitten extremely happy. But yeah, I thought the third episode of Obi-Wan Kenobi was awesome. I loved it. Certain character shows up, and now, because it's a week later, I can say Darth freaking Vader. And he's kind of terrifying. And he and the, what do you call them? Not Inquisitionists, but like the Jedi Hunters. They basically ransack and wreck a town and terrify people. And Obi-Wan is trying to get away and keep Leia safe. I thought it was great. I've enjoyed every episode, and I'm excited to watch the new one. I have not seen it yet, because that'll be episode 4. We're already halfway through this first season. And instead of a limited series, it's been announced that we'll have a second season, which is really cool too. Sounds like a good plan. Haven't watched. Cool. Because like I had an issue, like with the internet, everyone wants to spoil everything immediately. And there used to be, I kid you not, a normal like courtesy thing where it was a week or so until the information was just out there. Now, I'm not begrudging people making videos on YouTube and things like that. That's cool because it's known. Spoilers are there. That's different than like going on Twitter and posting a big spoiler or a picture of something the day it comes out. That I completely avoid myself. But yeah, I thought it was an awesome episode. Darth Vader was scary as heck. Darth Vader had a panic attack based on fire. That was amazing. So there's a scene where basically Obi-Wan starts a fire at this like almost like a refueling area in like kind of an industrial zone park on this planet. And Vader just stands there like a statue, not moving. And they do a close-up of him, and you see the flames and everything, and you could tell that that was the idea that basically he was having a panic attack because of what happened to him on Mustafar. Even more screwed up, everybody, and this was even screwed up in Rogue One. He still lives on Mustafar. Castle Vader is on the planet where he was nearly killed and nearly burned to death. Okay, psychiatrists would have years of content based on that. Like they'd be making bank just based on him deciding to stay there and have his castle there. Now, part of that could be that Obi-Wan Kenobi would probably never in a million years think about going there after everything that he went through with Anakin there. I don't know, but it's still really screwed up. Yeah, like even in Rogue One, I thought it was nuts. I was like, of all places you could be, there? That's the place you choose? Oh, and yeah, it kind of looks like Reva has gotten a hold of Leia and killed the pilot that was going to get Obi-Wan and Leia off planet. Also, Reva does a little flexing of her own, talking about how Lord Vader, would he be happy with this decision you're making, Inquisitor? Or second sister, brothers and sisters of a term they use for the Inquisitors. I apologize, I don't know the exact numbers of each one. And yeah, I'm pretty certain Grand Inquisitor is still alive. Anyone knows what happened with Fennec Shand in Book of Boba Fett probably knows where I'm coming from there. Be really surprised if that character's gone. Like, totally surprised. Facing your fear, maybe. It's a smart move. Yeah. I can see that. But yeah, there are all these people online that are like, Obi-Wan sucks. Obi-Wan's terrible. I think it's great. As a fan of Obi-Wan and Vader, I think it's really cool. I honestly think a lot of it is hate towards Leia. Because unfortunately, there was some point where, we'll use the term chud. This is not actually my channel, I'm borrowing it. So I'm going to use nice language to not, just to be respectful to Doom and the Squad. Chuds basically came in with a fear of strong women and fear of diversity. All these things happened in the Star Wars fan base, and it's very disappointing to me as someone who's been into Star Wars since they were like 4 years old, when my mom took me to see both Star Wars and Empire at a theater when I was like 4. Both of them, because the first one came out in 77. I was born only a year earlier, 76. And then they like had like a miniature parade of people in outfits and stuff. It was really cool. Like as a little kid, I have just a couple brief moments I can remember of that, and it was really neat. But yeah, it's a sad thing that happened, but I think ObiWan's a really good show. I've liked all 3 episodes. There hasn't been one I disliked. And to be honest with you, I think Disney Plus does a really good job of Marvel and Star Wars series. So that is our ObiWan conversation, everybody. That's some of our TV conversation. Now I'm going to surprise you, a double feature. Who here has been watching Stranger Things? I love Stranger Things. Funny story. I didn't know that I would really love it or think that it was extremely well done. And I actually started late. Like, I watched season 1, I believe, when season 2 was airing. Okay? And season 3, I caught relatively close to after it aired. So that I did better on. Well, I'll tell you my favorite seasons, too. Season 1 I loved, and season 3 I loved, and this might be my favorite season. Season 4 might be my favorite. I cannot comment on that because we're only halfway done. In July, I might be as early as July 1st, we're going to get the actual ending of season 4, the second half of season 4. There's an awesome mystery and an amazing slow burn reveal. So I'm avoiding spoilers right now. So an amazing slow burn reveal, and the ability to take main characters and split them and still make a fascinating and well done show. And the big bad here is terrifying. And without any spoilers, is based on Freddy Krueger, as well as a character you probably heard of because it's in the freaking first trailer, the undead lich known as Vecna, which is actually a villain in Dungeons and Dragons. But all these pieces come together, and you get all this information, and it's pretty mind-blowing, this first half of the season. Yeah, so far, Kiki, it's been really, really good. Really good. And I'm excited because the Duffer Brothers, they're not looking just to make bank and go on forever and milk this. Season 5 is the last season. They've actually said that season 5 is the last season. And apparently by the end of season 4, all bets are off. Like, it could seem like a different show. Like, if you watch the TV show Fringe, to me, what they were explaining, without, again, spoilers, makes it seem like the final season will feel like a different show. Or if you watch Westworld, season 3 felt like a different show from seasons 1 and 2. I think that's a fair thing to say. I've loved all the seasons of Westworld, although 1 is my absolute favorite. Because, like, 1 was so good, you could have ended with season 1 and been like, wow, this is a really cool experiment based on the old Westworld movie, and had so many cool reveals and mysteries and amazing performances. Another show I would say that on, Dexter. As much as I like Dexter, and I absolutely loved the last season that was on Showtime. Loved it. Loved it. If you ended it with season 1, you'd have one of the best cult TV shows of all time, with one of the best big bads, one of the best story arcs in one 12-episode season. Might have been 13, I apologize. But like, yeah, as great as I like Dexter, if it was just one season, it would have been legendary. Did you hear that a bunch of stuff from season 4 was leaked before? Yes! The Monopoly, and I'm trying to avoid that because I don't know if they were talking about the first half or second half of the season. I like Monopoly. I used to collect them. I haven't recently, though. Yeah, that's insane. And yeah, the Duffer Brothers were very upset by that, which I understand. Why would you think marketing would be like, okay, we have the deepest, craziest spoilers from this show that's so anticipated, and we're going to put them in a Monopoly game? What? How does that even happen? Like, to me, I don't like to say espionage. That's insane, and I don't subscribe to a lot of conspiracy theories. But it almost seems like espionage. Like, seriously, how does that happen? There should have been certain things that weren't even, like, available to marketing. You know what I'm saying? Like, certain little bits and pieces of information that they wouldn't even have. There should have been something that was very, like, almost filtered that they could work with, you know, for, like, big blanket pieces of art. Because there's tons of art and ideas and things you can have without giving the big spoilers for season 4. Not putting NDAs in it. Did they really not have NDAs for Mark? Wow, that's bizarre. That's bizarre. I wouldn't. Well, see, though, that's weird, though, because then I don't even blame the Duffer Brothers. They're the, you know, basically, they're the talent. There's producers, there's, you know, everybody else involved, the lawyers, like, the NDA agreements would be made by lawyers, not the Duffer Brothers. So, yeah, someone extremely dropped the ball there, like, crazily so. But, yeah, little double feature there. Wanted to talk a little bit about Stranger Things, but avoid spoilers for everybody who hasn't seen it yet. But I highly recommend it. If you love horror and science fiction, and a loving homage to the 1980s, then I highly recommend it. Okay, everybody. It is time for some video game news. And then we're going to toy around before we talk about next week's new comic books. Okay? Now. Okay. This is what I said Sadistic Kitten might just freak out over. Maybe everyone else here will too. What does that look like, everybody? To me, that looks like the new collector's edition of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. And it is absolutely insane. Like, it is lunacy what you get with this collector's edition. Yes, I know that's a lot. I'm probably not going to get it myself. But what this comes with is insane. So you get a massive overbox. You get retro-styled slipcover that looks like a VHS. A VHS-style box to put the game in. A strategy guide. A steel book. A 18 by 24 poster. A Pizza Hut personal pan pizza certificate, which I guess is real, that you can go and take it to Pizza Hut. Physical copy of the game with a reversible cover. A blister box packaging like it's an action figure. So you can take this case and put it in there, and there they're showing the reversible cover. We're not done yet. Shredder Playmates action figure. Okay? Shadow box. A shadow box is this awesome piece of art where you have artwork pieces, like the characters and such, cut out and put at different depths inside the box to create an awesome 3D effect. I'm kind of floored just by that. Like, that's just nuts to me. Like, that's really damn cool. The image is right from the game. Then, look at this thing. Mini arcade cabinet replica movie viewer, which plays sound and movies. So I'm guessing like scenes of gameplay and then like bits of the soundtrack on this little miniature arcade unit. Now, it's not an actual playable arcade unit, except that it, you know, plays the media files like that. But that's still really neat. It's nuts. And then a soundtrack. A soundtrack. Costs less than the Machine Gun Kelly comic, but really, how much was that? And how many issues? But yes, I'm probably not going to get this, but at that price, I needed to show this to everybody. This is how you do a awesome collector's edition. This is nuts. Like, I was like in disbelief. I thought this was multiple versions. I mean, God, you get like 3 cases, right? Video style box. Blister box packaging. Regular case with reversible cover. Now, if you want to save a bit of money, $64.99 gets you a partial part of this collection. For $64.99, you get the retro style slipcover, the VHS style box, the steel book, and the reversible cover copy of the game and the Pizza Hut personal pan pizza certificate. And I believe also the stickers. So you get some neat things at $64.99. Obviously, you get the game with each of these. But yeah, I mean, as a collector's edition goes, this is awesome. This is really good. I kind of want to know what the retail price is. I'm guessing $29.99 for the game itself. And by retail, I mean like PSN or Xbox Live. The actual digital price for it. Physical, if they have just a regular physical version of just the game itself, which it doesn't seem like they do, just the game. I guess that would be $40. Usually it's about $10 more for a physical copy for a game that's strictly digital. Or seems to be mostly digital. Hardcover comic and album and some art, $275. It was shipping. The signed one was $300. Wow, wow, that is wild. But yes, I knew Sadistic Kitten would probably get a kick out of this. I know that they were interested in the other collector's edition for the Cowabunga collection, I believe it's called, which is another awesome turtle release coming out later this year, and it's going to have Game Boy games, Super Nintendo games, arcade games, and insanely enough, online multiplayer, which is really great. It's like 10 or 11 Turtles games. And as far as we know, that is getting a physical release. I think it's 30 or 40. But yeah, so there's that right there. That is our game news. Our game news with visual. We have other game news, real brief. So, Multiversus. Really cool Smash Brothers type game. Gonna be free to play. I was already impressed that one of the skins was Hollywood Bugs Bunny. That's one of the first unlockable skins you can get. I wasn't able to unlock it in the open beta, or closed beta, but I was really impressed to see they had it. Really great animations. The game looks awesome. They just said that with the open beta, the actual progress you make will stay with the final version of the game. So that's pretty big news. So you'll be able to play it for free because it's free to play, and the progress you make will carry over. And the game does some neat stuff. You actually like have different commentators, and there's these cool like almost like GIFs that are animated for when you defeat an enemy, and it's neat. I like what I've played so far. Was it worth it? No, but I'm a sucker for musicians' merch that isn't clothing. May I interest you in Nine Inch Nails, Kiki? They are known as having amazing merch that isn't clothing. Like, they're known for some pretty awesome stuff. Sigur Rós, too. Another band I really love. I saw them live, actually, last Wednesday. That's actually why I had to push the show a day later. But yeah, it was a 2-hour set from them. They were amazing. So, that's our game news. Oh, did you believe me? I fooled you. There's just a little bit more. I totally did not forget and make it want to seem like I didn't forget. I totally didn't do that. Totally. But this is game comic book news, so it's really important. Gotham Knights and just announced today, Midnight Suns officially going to be at the Summer Game Fest. So I hope everyone is excited for that. Also, Midnight Suns on their official Twitter, if you like the tweet, they will send a message to you via DM, and they will basically give you a free skin for when the game launches. You get a code. You got to make sure not to actually engage, though, with that tweet, because then other people would get that code. But I thought that was really cool and a neat way to do it. But yeah, I'm extremely excited for Gotham Knights and Midnight Suns. I think those are going to be great games, and yeah, I look forward to more information about them. I know some members of Doom Squad are doing a like a watch party or something of that nature, so definitely keep abreast of that. Check out our Twitter and see who is all doing that tomorrow. Yeah, they definitely have some awesome merchandise. So, now that is all the game news. We are done with game news. Now we go to toy around. We're going to toy around. We toyed around a little bit because there was that Shredder figure. Oh, but look at this. Look at this guy. Is that The Rock as Black Adam? Are those lightning bolts? I think this looks really good. I'm a little confused, though, at some of the pictures for this item, the promo pictures, because there's also like a cloak and a hood. And I don't know if that's two separate figures or if he's got like a separate head that has the cloak molded in and you just put that on. I don't know. But I thought this was a really good take on it. And let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's get me out of the way for a moment. It's a good sculpt of The Rock. I think it looks really good. So hopefully the movie will be good. The trailer came out, I think that was today. And I thought the trailer was pretty good. But yeah, that's Black Adam, DC Multiverse from McFarlane Toys. What's exciting about a lot of this toy news is it's usually like the day of this show. Or the day before. Like I'll have nothing to talk about when it comes to toys, and they'll be like, look at this insanity. But there's Black Adam for you. Now, Hot Toys fans, get ready to break the bank with Dead Strange. $285. 1/6 scale. And I'm sorry, we have some drop frames right now. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why. So I do apologize. But yeah, this is insane. Fully posable, tons of accessories, and it's that Hot Toys price. It's like $285. It's nuts. I like it very much. I'm not going to buy it because that's a lot of money, but it looks fantastic. And there's like 16, 17 pictures over on SideshowCollectibles.com. Obviously, due to clutter and me not wanting to lose my mind with all these files on the screen at once, I focused on one or two pictures and there. But I thought this was a great picture to show what it comes with and the level of detail and the sculpt. I mean, look at the face. What you can't see too well is there's this awesome stitching with like the cape part of this cape of like darkness having holes in it. But yeah, I think this is an awesome piece. And I will wait till there's a Marvel Legends, which I'm sure there will be, because that'll be quite a bit less expensive and probably still a really nice sculpt. But, you know, it'll be smaller, 1/12 scale, not 1/6. And, you know, not quite as much with it. But yeah. A few weeks ago, we had this really cool Scarlet Witch Sideshow Collectibles Hot Toys figure. And in the US, Hot Toys are available from Sideshow Collectibles, I believe, exclusively. So that's why they're on that website. I gave you goosebumps. I'm sorry, Kiki. It's an intense figure, though, isn't it? Hot Toys makes some awesome things. They're just pricey. Okay, now, everybody, is when we talk about the future. As I look into my crystal ball... This isn't ridiculous, right? As I look into my crystal ball for 1 week from today. Okay, so Grimm number 2. Grimm number 1 sold out immediately. Every comic shop in Wisconsin, just gone. Just gone. Shortly after opening. There were speculators that were telling people how big the book was going to be. That was one of the problems with trying to get a copy. I had to go myself to get a digital copy, Comixology. It's really good. It's basically a young Grim Reaper. And there's like a group of the Grim Reapers. I believe all of those people in the pictures there are Reapers. Loses her scythe to one of her victims and is trying to get it back. And bad things happen. So the art is gorgeous. Like even the internal art is awesome. And that's a big plus. I believe Stephanie Phillips is the writer. But Grimm 1 was really good. And here's Grimm 2. Thank you, Sentinel. I figured for looking into the crystal ball, that would be a fun thing to do every week. What I love about this show is that every week it's a learning process, and like I come up with different ideas to like put in, you know, and I feel that, you know, being that it's DSG and Hoarder Gamers Comic Flex, having this clutter actually works with the term hoarder really well, you know, visually. So I kind of like the chaos. I also like that you can actually see the pictures without me holding the book up. But yeah, that's Grimm number 2, and if it's as good as issue 1, it should be amazing. And I recommend, you know, trying to get issue 1. I think third printing comes out next week at some shops. Well, would you look at this? Who's this? Who's this gentleman? Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty number 1. So I want to recall that the names are Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty, and Captain America, Symbol of Truth. Symbol of Truth is Sam as as Captain America. Different writing and creating team, and I think this is awesome. 2 separate books. Next week is issue 1 of the Steve Rogers Captain America. Did I buy? No, I did not buy all these books. In fact, I can't buy any of these books currently, Mike. These don't come out till next week. This is our look into the future. This is our brief look into the future of the books coming out next week. So yeah, Sentinel of Liberty right here. A ceramic head behind you. It is hollow inside because I have the same one. Yes, but it's blue. It's actually blue. The lighting makes it look like it's black. I got it years and years ago from Pier 1 Imports. This head right here. I don't think you can see my arrow. I apologize. But yeah, right next to that Twitch sash is a blue glass head. I do have glass hands. I got those as a gift from a friend. Blue glass hands in an art box. But yeah, this is going to be one of the biggest books next week. So I definitely want to show everybody Captain America Sentinel of Liberty #1. So we have that right there. And this is part of a huge horror experience by Jeff Lemire. And I don't know about Andrea Sorrentino doing all the art for the entire project. But this is going to be, I believe it's a $17.99 hardcover book. And Jeff Lemire is one of the best comic book writers, and this should be awesome. It's part of the Bone Orchard mythos. So that's going to be a hot book next week, too. I'm really looking forward to it because I love horror. And again, this isn't like a normal comic. It's like a hardcover book, so it should be pretty lengthy. I'm going to guess 60 pages at that price, if not more. Off a trading site, you have a green glass hand. So really, someone stole the hand? Someone stole the hand! Now, another awesome horror book by James Tinney and the Fourth. I've been reading, I read the first 2 trades. It's called, get ready for this title if you haven't heard it. It's amazing. Something is Killing the Children. That's the name of the book. And it's about monsters that live off the fear of children and become manifest, and a group of hunters that hunt these monsters down. And it hits really close to home because obviously it's not a true story, but it does take place in Wisconsin, where I live. Like, the book actually takes place in Wisconsin. And the hunters are from a place in Chicago. Like, it's really nutty. But it's a really cool book, and it's a good horror series. I will be amazed if Something is Killing the Children does not get an HBO series or a big budget movie or something. Like, it is really good. And there's been reprints, and it's been incredibly popular. If you want a good horror book, I highly recommend it. You can even get like a hardcover of the first 15 issues, like through Amazon. They're no longer your friend. Well, when they break your hand, what else are you going to do? But yeah, I really like Something is Killing the Children. That's been a good horror book. Little monsters, vampires in a possible post-apocalyptic future who have never tasted human blood until today. I forgot if I said they're vampire children. They're vampire children. Sorry. Vampire children. Awesome book. Very different. Some really cool elements to it. About human and inhuman nature. I like it a lot. Also, Bloodstained Teeth. A vampire playboy and socialite decides to sire all these vampires. Only problem is all the elder vampires require special permission to make a vampire. So they're like, go across the country and kill everyone you sired. Or we kill you. And it sounds like a very simple story, but there's a lot more to it. And the artwork is absolutely amazing. Bloodstained Teeth. That's from Image Comics. I believe Something is Killing the Children is Boom Studios. And Little Monsters with the Vampire Children, that book, that is Image Comics as well. Yes. The children, though, are actually like the I guess you'd say like the good guys. They're the victims of the monsters. So this group called the House of Slaughter sends their hunters in order to defeat these monsters. But you get some information about the House of Slaughter as you read these books. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. I believe they're on issue 25 or 26, so they're not terribly far in the story arc. And it's very popular, so I don't think they're planning on ending it anytime soon. Now, everybody, is the time that another visual, everybody. Now is the time I prime the pump. I'm not playing the piano terribly. I'm priming the pump. I want to see what books you want me to review. If you have any questions on any characters or books or anything like that, I could try to answer. Anything you want me to talk about as comics or TV or anything. And just so everybody knows, episodes run anywhere between about a half hour to an hour. It just sort of depends on how many books there are to review. If there's a show to talk about. There's no exact way to give a time to this show, but I definitely don't like to go over an hour. I like it to be something that you can kind of just sit and enjoy and not watch in chapters. Did you like the trailer, Sentinel? Did everybody else like the trailer for Black Adam? I thought Pierce Brosnan was awesome, too. Great choice as Dr. Fate. Obviously, The Rock is going to give it his all. He always does. I think it looks really good. I don't know how accurate it'll be to the comic books. Oh, Mike, I will not be reviewing the episodes the day they air. So I'll be reviewing Miss Marvel for sure next week. And then I'll talk about ObiWan, but it won't be as in-depth a review probably. But yeah, so I like to give people a week in order to check this stuff out before it's possibly spoiled for them. Xbox Live, like, wasn't it cool when that thing happened? No, you ruined it. I heard The Rock is hard to work with because he's demanding. Not because he's like a diva or anything like that, because he demands a lot from himself and he demands a lot from the people that work with him. And if you take it seriously, that you're actually working on a job and it's not a vacation, that you'll have a good time with The Rock. From everything about The Rock, that's what I've heard. I heard that's how he was in WWE, and that's how he is in Hollywood. Kiki, I always hope for about 50%. That's my hope always. Because I know I'm not going to get more than it. I know I'm not getting more than 50%. Now, it's certain things like the Crow comic book, if you've seen the movie The Crow, that was the right choice. The book is cool, but I feel that the movie feels, I don't know, more grounded or something. New Rockstars has 5 videos up already in the day's new shows. Well, that's nice for them. That's nice for New Rockstars. Is that their, I'm guessing that's their full-time job? I'm extremely excited for the Quarry, and I'm very happy you asked, Kiki. I'm very happy you asked. Right now, if there's a digital effect, you'd see a sparkle on my teeth. Like they have happened in some animes when someone's happy. On Friday at 7 p.m. Central, I, Hoarder Gamer, host of Hoarder's Comic Flex, will be playing The Quarry for the Doom Squad Gaming Block Party, and I am thrilled to do so. I'm very much looking forward to that. Now, what we're going to try to do, because chat is pretty much close to on time, we're going to attempt it to see if people viewing can make decisions and stuff, and then I'll just follow and we'll do that story for the game. There is an aspect where you can actually play online. That will not be available till July 8th. That, a package of skins and some other extras are digital and only available after July 8th, or maybe possibly before it, but not at launch. So, also too, seeing how everyone is enjoying The Quarry, I'm also planning Marvel's Avengers. So my original plan was to have a game where like people can get together and we could play for a couple hours, and then some of The Quarry. Rock equals hard equals pun. Oh, that's awesome, Kiki. That is so cool. Yeah, he takes it as a job, and he thinks that everyone else should. That was his whole beef with Vin Diesel. He doesn't like pampered stars. Because his grandfather and his father, you know, worked and fought for everything they got. The Quarry in your veins! I know, I'm really much looking forward to the block party. I'll be picking up The Quarry on Friday. Picking up my copy of The Quarry on Friday. And if something went terribly wrong, I would just get it digital. The Quarry will be part of the event. Because now we're in a, you know, it's very possible they're like, oh, the games didn't come in. Especially with a pre-order at GameStop. Oh, see, I didn't know that about the province, Kiki. Well, that's sad. I only found out recently that we're some area. We're talking about an area of Canada, right? You don't have to say the province. That's fine. But we're talking about Canada, right? Yeah, I only found out recently that there's a small percentage of Canadians that really like the Confederate flag and some of its trappings. Yeah, I just found that out. It was a couple weeks ago. That was surprising to me. Didn't know that was a thing in Canada. Thought that was just something in the US. Oh, okay. I just didn't want to put you on blast or anything like that. Do we have any questions, though, on any books you want me to review? Anything you want me to talk about? Anything else? I don't want to get too mired in politics, but on my stream I do talk politics here and there. I will just say that in the U.S. that how do I say this? Florida and Texas are a bit nightmarish. Without elaborating, you probably know what I mean. Got a man named Abbott, a man named DeSantis. Oh, when do I think Jane will drop? By the end of June. By the end of June. Like, unless something goes terribly, terribly wrong, I think they really want her out by the end of June, or maybe if it has to be first week of July. I think they want to try to get her out to get the synergy of the new movie. Now, who knows? Maybe they'll be like, let's try to get it out the week of the movie. So what is that, July 10th? I think is that date. Awesome, Sentinel. I am too. 7 p.m. Central, I'll be starting. Yeah, and right now the plan is definitely Quarry and also possibly some Marvel's Avengers. And Kamala, I think, is quadruple experience this weekend. Plus, there's a really cool Kamala skin that just came out today, based on the MCU. Actual synergy between Disney Plus and Marvel's Avengers, which you love to see. July 8th? Okay. And I believe movie tickets go on sale on Monday for Thor Love and Thunder. Well, things are being said, like leaks and stuff, that apparently this character and She-Hulk and stuff is going to drop faster than we're expecting. And if that's the case, if they were to drop, because I think we know now that She-Hulk's August, right? Isn't that August for the show? The Disney Plus show? If they're going to release in July and then in August have another character already, that's amazing. That's amazing. So that's why I was thinking it could be June. 2 months. Less of a, if there's problems and they have to fix Jane or something like that, some issues with her, it's much less pressure than if they're like pushing out 2 characters back to back almost. Oh, thank you, Sentinel. I didn't know if it started today yet. I thought they started it on Thursday or Fridays. Thank you, Sentinel. That's cool. I get to play Kamala some more. This is a great way to level up your characters into champion levels, let me tell you. I had some real fun with Thor last weekend. I got him up like 10 champion points. Maybe 12. Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see how they do it. But everybody, I want to thank you all very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Means a lot to me. If you know anyone else that likes comics, let them know about this show too. Thank you. Thank you. Next week we'll have another episode, again 8 p.m. Central on Wednesday night next week. And I'm not exactly sure. I will probably review that that new Captain America book. Oddly enough, next week is not what I'd call a heavy release week. Books are coming out, but not a lot of like huge, noteworthy, whoa, that's coming out type of thing. That might be because there might be 5 Wednesdays or 5 weeks in June. That's awesome. Kamala's always been great in the game, and I heard she's awesome in the show. I look forward to seeing that. I'll probably watch Ms. Marvel tonight when I'm done doing a game stream. So again, thank you everybody for watching. And yes, I'll be streaming some games on 10 p.m. Central on my Twitch channel. Thank you. Thank you to the Doom Squad. Thank you to Doomkiller HD for letting me use the channel. And I hope you have a great evening, and maybe I'll see you on Twitch as well. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. See ya.